Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Thank you for coming on to the Global Transformational Festival and presenting your wisdom to us. We are very much appreciative. Danielle, you are a singer, performer, a speaker, a voice and leadership coach. Danielle is a highly sought after singer, performer, speaker and voice and leadership coach based in Melbourne. She's the founder of Awaken Your Voice, an innovative program helping people to get to the core of their true talents, their deepest personal expression and the ability to impact any situation. As an artist, Danielle was quick to make her public mark as a singer and actress, writing and producing woman shows, performing on live television events in major musicals and at concert halls, alongside Australia's stars of stage and screen, before viewing audiences of millions of people in Australia and overseas. Her love of the stage and sharing her voice with the world led to a huge desire to help others awaken their own untapped talents and infinite potentials. Awaken Your Voice courses and programs was born out of years of frustration, realizing something was missing while watching her singing students struggle to emotionally and vulnerably express themselves, even though they had all the tools and techniques to be amazing performing artists. She too realized she had become unexpressed in areas of her own life, always playing small and afraid to speak up, therefore not truly showing up in a way that allowed her to be seen and heard in her full potential. She embarked on her own personal transformation journey under the guidance of many great mentors, spiritual leaders, and healers, overcoming years of shutdown and trauma through her programs. She now helps others to be seen and heard in a way they never have before. Whether you're a singer, speaker, an artist, a leader, an entrepreneur, or in your personal life, Danielle believes we all have our own message for the world that needs to be shared. Her passion is helping individuals find their powerful voice, confident personal expression, and live a life truly fulfilled. Danielle, I so look forward to your presentation on how to courageously live a fully expressed life. The virtual place is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here today. And it was a joy to be able to speak to you earlier today. And what I did earlier today is I shared that message about following your dreams, making your dreams come alive, and the importance of being able to make an impact in this world, because in order to take action on our dreams, we need to be seen and heard and to make an impact in this world. And what I want to focus on today is one of the most powerful tools that I ever learned, which is really just embodying presence in every moment of our life, or at least in those moments where it really matters most. Because, for example, I have been a performing artist my whole life, and when I sing, I just naturally am able to go into this place of deep presence. I would come home into my body, and I would just connect in with my heart and soul, and I would just let my soul sing. And that made me quite impactful as a singer and a performer. And at the time, I didn't even realize that this is what I was doing. It's just something that came very naturally to me. But what I did also notice is that when I came off the stage, I was not able to maintain that kind of embodied presence. And part of that is probably because I was able to stand on the stage and sing these songs about, love and life and hopes and dreams and good times and bad times, and express all these things out. But it was maybe behind that sort of mask of the performing artist. But then when it came to being more present and showing up in my own personal life, I was not naturally that person that was really confident to speak up for herself in situations, in relationships, at home, and I'm sure many of you can relate to that. So in many ways, my voice has always been very expressed, and in so many other ways, my voice was very suppressed. And I believe that in order to live a fully and courageous, fully expressed life, that we need to find those areas of our life where we are perhaps a little bit less present, we are a little bit more shut down or suppressed, whether it's in your career, in your artistry, or in your personal life. So one of the greatest tools that I learned was this embodiment practice, which I would really like to take you through today. So I suggest that perhaps if you had a pen and paper handy, that would be great. You might want to jot down a few things. And what I also suggest is just to be in a quiet space, and a space where you're not interrupted, because I'm going to be asking you to express your voice out loud today. And of course, you can do that safely in the comfort of your own space or your own home. But to fully take part in these exercises, you'll really be able to get the hands-on and benefit, and to really feel the impact that it has on your body. Okay, so just everybody just taking a moment just to come home into the space. So just taking a nice deep breath in. I often like to pop my hands on my belly just to breathe in and out. So and just 2 more times, a nice deep breath in through your nose. I like to let out a big sigh, because voicing out some sound is a great way to release anything that you're holding onto. So big breath in. And one of the most important things when we are using our voice is to just breathe that little bit lower into our body. Okay, so bypassing that chest and breathing into your belly. So it should feel like your belly expands out a little bit, because what's happening is the rib cage is expanding. And then as we exhale, everything just contracts back in. And this breathing not only keeps you in a calmer state, it just helps you manage your breath flow and your nerves and things like that a little bit better, because you have control over this breath that's in this lower part of the body. When we breathe up into our chest, if you just feel that, you can feel how much air is stuck underneath the throat, and it just puts a lot of tension on the voice. And there's no way of me controlling that airflow out of my body. Yeah. So that's often why when you feel nervous, the voice can feel quite stifled or stuck, because we're not able to control the airflow, and that sound moves with the air. Okay, we use these muscles here in our body to control the air in and out of our body. So embodiment is that awareness of being present in the body. And what it does is it helps you connect into what I think is the most important thing, which I've heard many people talking about on this forum over the last few days, is connecting into your inner voice, your soul, the expression of your true self. And what often happens is we become quite powerful, or quite strong in ways that we just never really knew if we're quite present. So, for example, like I already shared with you, when I sing on stage, I just kind of walk onto the stage and I come into my body, and something just lines up beautifully, and I'm able to sing openly and freely. But think about other people who are really present in what they do. So think of athletes, performers in other areas, athletes who use their body. They come home into their body and they use all of the energy that, to break world records or to get across the finish line. And so they're able to do powerful things in their life that perhaps, their mind would perhaps tell them that they wouldn't be able to do. Think of, writers or, artists who just go into this world and just write or paint these incredible creations and write these amazing fictional stories. I'm mesmerized by some of the stories that people can write when they're deep in presence and they're just allowing their natural fullest expression to come through them and put it down on paper or on canvas. But you don't have to be an artist, an actor, a singer, a performer, an athlete to be present. Okay, it's for everybody. And what I want to do today is to help you experience that for yourself. Okay, so that perhaps when you're in a difficult situation, that you're not, turning up and getting triggered by things, but you're able to just take a moment, drop into your body and express yourself from a more truthful, calm, grounded place. So I hope that sounds exciting enough for you today. So let's dive into that, shall we? So of course, let's do the opposite of being in your body, which I call, being in the busy mind. Okay, so many people have been talking about this busy mind that's just so active. And let's talk about some of those things that show up in our busy mind. So if I were talking to you and presenting just like I am now, if I were, in my busy mind, which is often filled with, the self-doubt, the limitations, the negative self-talk, the worrying, the stressing, then I might be thinking, oh, okay, I hope everybody likes this talk today. And oh, I feel a bit nervous. Am I prepared enough? And what if I say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing? And what if people don't like me, or they don't want to listen to me, or if they're judging me? And all of those sorts of thoughts are just, in my head. And I can really, find those voices if I put my attention on them. And what I notice, and I don't know if you notice that, but as I'm sort of thinking, oh God, people they're going to like me. I'm a bit worried. It makes me a little bit tense in my body and a bit anxious. And I'm not sure if you can kind of hear it, but it's actually affecting my voice. So what happens is that when our body becomes a little bit tight and contracted, it naturally puts a little bit of contraction on the voice. And the voice box in our throat, it actually sits up a little higher than what it naturally should. And so this creates a thinner, smaller tone. And so now I'm kind of, not really using the full breadth of my tone and my sound, to be impactful in this moment. And it's also making me sort of feel a little bit frazzled. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can sense that. And what I also feel is that a lot of the energy is coming up into this upper part of my body. So I'm very focused on this upper part of my body, pretty much from the waist up. There's a lot of energy up here. And what I call this is it's almost like having an outer body experience. And many people are doing this all the time. So if I was to walk up onto the stage and I'm presenting to you today and I said, and I'm very much in my head bubble, and I was saying to you, hi, my name is Danielle Soccio and I'm the creator of Awaken Your Voice. And what I do is I help people show up in a larger and a more meaningful way so that they can be courageously and fully expressed in their life when it matters most. And my passion is to help people find their inner voice and to be fully expressed. And I have all these wonderful tools and techniques that I teach so that you can be more courageous, more powerful, more creative in your life. Now, I'm not sure how that felt to you, but I'm not sure if that made a great impact or not. So just take a moment to notice, how did that make you feel? Were you feeling really connected to me? I felt like I was actually pushing my energy onto you a lot because I was trying to get my message out there with a lot of effort. Again, I can still feel my voice box is sitting quite high. My throat's actually feeling a little bit raspy right now. And I think that I was very fidgety with my hands, and I was really searching hard for the words to say, because I really did just do that on a whim right now. And I had to try to really, really carefully put all those words together so that I could say that to you off the cuff. And that required quite a bit of effort and hard work for me to come up with the words. The same thing goes, and I'm actually going to sing for you now, because I'm sure there are some singers out there too who are listening to this. And so, I might come up on the stage, and you can do this with me too if there's any singers out there, and you can bring all your energy, your stress up into your mind. So everyone can even do that with me right now. The easiest way to get into your head bubble is to worry about something. Okay, so think of something that you might worry about. Notice the effects that it has on your body. Just be with that for a moment. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to notice again what it feels like to listen to me sing in this way and perform to you in this way, but also what it feels like to you, whether you feel like this is actually really something that you want to listen to, or that you even enjoy or want to connect to. Okay, so I'll try my best to get up in my head bubble. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. So just notice, how did that feel to listen to that? I can see that you enjoyed that, but I would say that my voice works pretty well. I can sing pretty well, okay? But did the heart and the essence and the soul of what I wanted to say with that song come through? I'm not sure, because I know I wasn't focused on it. I wasn't singing from my heart and soul. I wasn't thinking about dreams coming true and what that means to me. And I'm not sure if I felt really connected to me, in my heart and soul. So therefore, I'm not sure whether I connected with my audience. And that's the mistake that we often make, that we're up in our head bubble, and we've got so much attention up there, and all of those busy things in our minds, and then we're up in our upper body as a consequence, and then we're trying to bring our messages into the world, and our dreams, and our our voice, and we want people to hear us and connect with us, but if we do it in that way, coming from that place, then we're not going to be able to make the impact that we really want to make, because we're not fully expressing from our heart and soul. So I hope you're hearing me on that. So now what I would really love for you to do is to have a go at home, wherever you are. So for all the singers out there, you can just sing a verse and a chorus or something of one of your favorite songs. And if you are not a singer, you are still free to sing, of course, because singing is for everyone. But if you want to say something, you might say, oh, hi, my name is, and talk about, what you did this morning, like what did you do before you, had breakfast this morning, or something like that. Okay, and I'm just going to allow you to speak for about 30 seconds. So I'll just be quiet for a little while. So everyone with me, Get right up into your head bubble. Bring some stress or some negative talk, some worry into your head. And when you're ready, just have a go and sing or speak. Okay, great. All right, awesome. So again, just notice how that felt. Did you have any of the issues that I had? You know, were you struggling to even think of what to say? Were you feeling a little kind of disconnected from the words? Did your voice feel a little bit restricted in your throat? Was your breathing quite high in your chest? Yeah, if you may have experienced some of those things, or you may not have. It could sometimes be quite a subtle thing, but it still is there. Okay, so the opposite of that is now being in the body. Okay, so what I would love to do is for everyone, you know, to practice this embodiment practice with me. So we're going to just close our eyes and enjoy this time coming home into the body. Okay, so I just invite you to just find a comfortable position. You can be sitting in your chair, you can be standing like me, and I'm going to invite you to bring your awareness into your belly. So again, it can help to bring your hands to your belly if you like. And just gently closing your eyes if you feel comfortable with that, or just lowering your eyelids if that feels better. And just bring your attention inward, bring it into your body. Just notice the breath going in and out of your belly. Breathing in through your nose. You can breathe out through your mouth if you wish. Or just keep breathing in and out through your nose. And then what I want you to do is we're going to find our way into this energetic center of our body. I mean, some of you may know it as the Dantian or the Hara, but I like to call it the power center, the core point of our energetic body. So just closing your eyes and bringing your awareness to your belly button. And just bringing your awareness down about 10 centimeters below your belly button. So you're inside the body. And just then bring your awareness back towards your spine. So you're really coming more towards the back of your body or the center of your body. And softening your shoulders and your upper body, just allowing it to soften and relax. As we bring the awareness into the lower part of our body. Now, there are 2 points. This point about 10 centimeters below the belly button, back towards the spine, it's really a point that I would ask any men watching today to just stay in this point. And just see if you can just feel a sense of an energetic point in this part of your body. And if you're not sure, you can drop a little lower, a little bit further back. and just sense. And if you can't sense it again, just use your imagination. Imagination's wonderful. And then for women, we're just going to drop a little bit further down, coming more into our pelvis, our womb space. Back even down towards the back of the pelvis, towards the spine. And again, just allowing yourself to just be present in this part of your body. And you may find like this little sense of an energetic point or some part of this part of your body that you can connect into. We're trying to find just that lovely still point. Now, some of you may be busy in your mind trying to find this. I urge you just to allow your body's natural navigation system to just sense where this still point is in your body. Just allowing your lower body to feel heavy. You might feel if you're sitting in the chair, your pelvis is really sitting deeply into the chair. And if you're standing, your legs might feel a little heavier. And this is great. And this may be really foreign to some people because we never really spend much time being present in the energy of this part of our body or being with the energy of this part of our body. So if you're struggling a little in this moment, that's okay. You can revisit this and use this as a practice daily to really activate this part of the body. And I'm going to ask you the question. What do you notice? What do you feel just being still and present in this part of your body? And if you were to invite the question, what does my inner voice have to say to me today? Maybe put your energy and attention on dreams that you have, desires, yearnings, things that bring you joy in life. And let your body just speak to you in this moment. Any words, any feelings, and just be present with that. I know for me right now, it's just saying, just be calm, just be still, just be grounded in this moment and really enjoy this with everybody watching. I can feel my body saying that. So I'm just going to honor that. And then if I were now to stay really anchored into this point, I can keep my awareness in this lower part of my body and then still now come up out into this world and bring my voice forward. But I'm staying anchored in this still point, but I'm expressing my voice outward. And right now, if I were to walk onto the stage and I would speak to you, I would take a moment just to drop into this part of my body and just get still and present for a moment. And then from there, I would say, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Danielle Soccio, and I am the creator of Awaken Your Voice. And what I love to do with this work is help people find their truth, their message, their voice, and to have the courage to share that with the world so that they can find the pathway to being or feeling more fully expressed in their life and finding more joy and fulfillment. And so now just notice how you felt, how was that different to before when I introduced myself? How did you feel in receiving that message now? Did it impact you a little bit more or less, a bit more? I hope so. And maybe you actually heard the words a little bit more clearly this time, because I was honestly saying that off the cuff, but I was just genuinely expressing my passion, my message, and what my truth and what I'm here to share with the world at this point in my life. And those words felt quite truthful and authentic to me. So I hope they came across that way to you. And did you notice my posture and my body? I was more grounded. In fact, my whole body was now a part of that message. And I felt more anchored in and centered in and grounded in my lower body. And I felt like I was truly speaking from this lower part of my body, as opposed to just pushing it out from my throat and my mouth. The other thing that you may have noticed is that my voice is not as high and strained as it was earlier. So because my body softened in this practice, there's no more contraction in this upper body. And so now my throat was not in a state of contraction, and my voice box was able to just sit a little lower in its natural position. So my natural voice could come through. And what that does is gives me a slightly warmer, fuller tone without me trying to actually make my voice warmer and fuller and stronger. And I hope that you felt that I wasn't pushing or projecting my message onto you this time, because that's not what I ever want to do. I just genuinely want people to connect and to hear my message and hope that we can connect in some way, genuinely, So that's what I really want to be able to communicate. And by being embodied in this way, I hope and I believe that that's perhaps a little bit more of what I delivered right now. And then if I was to sing in this voice, I would probably sound a little bit like, and I just ask you to close your eyes and just receive the energy as I just take that moment to get present with the words and what I want to say. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Just be present with that for a moment. And notice how that may have made you feel in comparison to my earlier head bubble version. I know for me, it made me so focused on my story and my words that my voice flowed out of me quite effortlessly and easily. I think my tone and my voice was generally better as well, because there was such a great alignment coming from my core. So I didn't have to work hard to sing well. And it also really, I don't know about you, but I was really so detached from any of those thoughts in my head that it really didn't even cross my mind. Who's watching me? You know, do people like me? Am I going to get this right? Am I going to hit the note right? And is it going to sound good? And am I getting my technique right? I really didn't have access to any of those thoughts. And that's the state that we want to be in when we're sharing our dreams, our messages, our voice with the world. And even when we're having conversations in those challenging moments, just to take a moment and come into the body and let the truth come through, or at least some of that truth to come through in the moment, rather than the usual triggers. And notice how your conversations change with people. Notice how differently you might feel in those moments. And every time we take that opportunity just to embody this type of communication, we can make that more authentic, truthful, impactful connection with the world. And that's what we're all here to do, to connect with each other. So I hope in this session that's been really helpful for you to go away and use this in your everyday life. And if you would like the opportunity to connect with me, maybe I'll just share a few little details, because I think we've still got a few minutes. Great. Thank you. So if you want to reach out to me and further explore any of this work, my website is awakenyourvoice.net.au. And but please also reach out to me on Facebook, Danielle Soccio _ awaken your voice. Sorry, Facebook, whatever it is, Danielle Soccio _ awaken your voice. And it's the same on Instagram. And feel free to reach out and connect with me. This month, I'm actually offering some free classes. So I have some free classes here on Melbourne time at 7 p.m. this Thursday night on the 11th of November, and another free class on the 18th of November. I don't offer them free classes all the time, but this is an opportunity for you to come along and join in that work. So send me a message. I'd be happy to send a personal invitation to you to come and join those classes, or just look out for that registration link on my Facebook page. And I'm also running a Awaken Your Voice mini course. So one of the main courses that I offer is a 7-week program of going through all of these sorts of practices and helping people shed anything that's holding them back and keeping them playing small in life, and to be more courageously and fully expressed. And what I'm doing is I'm offering a mini version of that course in December, from December 1st. So that might be something else you might be interested in. I genuinely love to connect with you and share this work with as many people as I can. And it's open to anybody, singers, artists, performers, as well as people who are wanting to do it for more personal reasons, or for their work, their life, or their speaking. I know I've had many clients who have gone from being really, really petrified, to sing even in front of me, in a singing lesson. And that's because they're in that head bubble thinking, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm just too afraid to express myself in this way, but I've always wanted to do that. And it's those dreams, that we want to bring to the surface so that you're not always putting it on the back burner and saying, oh, maybe next year, or maybe, those sorts of things aren't for me, or, I don't have the time or the resources to do those sorts of things. All of those things in our head that stop us from just doing things that bring us joy. And that's what we want to awaken. We want to find the joy, find the potential, and to be able to then show up in this world, and to be able to communicate that into the world in a confident way, to make impact in the most powerful way, but also in the most graceful and effortless way too. And by using this embodiment practice that I've taught you today, that's a great starting point, a great way to be able to start doing this type of work. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope this was really helpful for you, and please feel free to reach out to me and share with me any thoughts or any feedback. I would love that. And thank you.
Danielle, it's
Thanks
been
for
an
having me.
amazing journey with you today. I felt so honored to be part of this and doing all the exercises in my own silence. Look, I could feel your genuine love for what you do, and to hope that people will find their joy and their potential through the means that you showed us. And this, the essence that stayed with me is like finding your present and finding the stillness within yourself before you do anything really, but especially before you speak. And I've noticed, so you showed that so beautifully, speaking from up here comes across so differently from speaking in, after you found your still point. And yes, you certainly have empowered people to share their message, their voice.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, perhaps it's great to chat to you, given we've got a few minutes. What did you feel was the difference between the moment did you sing or did you speak?
I sang.
Oh, lovely.
I love singing.
Great.
Yeah.
So how did you feel, the difference between two? What did you notice?
Totally different. Like I could even feel the singing sitting here and the thoughts still running through my mind. And I actually did not remember the words to a song I know really, really well. And when you said that afterwards, did you even, not know what to say or to sing? That's exactly what happened. And I know the song by heart later on. It was all there. No effort.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's so amazing the way the truth just comes. I don't have to try to recall or work hard or access, working hard and memories and trying to memorize words and things like that. It just the words are just there flowing from us. Whether you're just having a conversation, or like you said, whether you're singing and trying to remember words to a song or a speech. It's really amazing. Because I've had to do this many times myself, and each time I do this type of thing, I'm more and more surprised each time myself about how at ease I feel in these situations. Whereas before I wasn't always like that. So I hope with time people use this to keep practicing, because it does get better and stronger as you go along as well. Yeah.
And it helps with like you're saying, with the connection and communication, because when you communicate it from up here through speaking or singing, I received it in a very different way than when you communicate it from your still place, because I was open to your message much more when it came from your still place, and that's an everyday connection and communication with people. It's just paramount, isn't it, that we come across the right way and are understood.
Yeah, and that we understand, sorry, that we are understood, but that we take that moment to understand others. I think, to just take that little still moment and then, read into what's this person really saying, what do they really want, if they're coming to you sort of frazzled or angry or upset or something like that, and just, oh, you know, when we just tap into our essence, then we can actually see the truth and the essence of others. And
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah,
probably the most powerful part of it. Yeah.
it is. And thanks for repeating that. Thank you so much, Danielle. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, and especially to finish off this 2-day journey of the festival and the movement of peace, harmony, and unity with your session is just profound. It's just really calm and in a bubble, in a still, beautiful, peaceful bubble. Thank you, Danielle. I hope to see you at the closing ceremony as well, if you find the time at 3:30 on track 1, if you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'd love to. And thanks for having me here on this this festival. And it's just been wonderful listening to all the other speakers and getting to meet some new wonderful people, and such as yourself. And thank you for holding space for us today as well. Really appreciate
It has
it.
been an absolute honor. Thank you, Danielle.